Hello everyone. Unit 1, Introduction to Management Accounting. Today we are going to start as this is your first unit in Management Accounting. So let's first see this Management Accounting syllabus. The first unit saying Management Accounting, the meaning, functions, role of management, accounting and decision making, tools and techniques of management accounting. So we are going to discuss one by one all the content of this unit. So now see here, first is the definition. When we say definition, it is the meaning of the management accounting. Now when we are saying what is management accounting, as I have displayed here in the slide, management accounting is that branch of accounting which deals with presenting and providing accounting information to the management in a systematic way so that it can perform its management function of planning, controlling, and decision making in an effective and efficient manner. Now, when we are saying about management accounting, it is the combination of two words. First, you can see management and you can see accounting. Now, as we know, management is the art of doing things together. Now, in this management, we are having mainly five functions of management. What are they? They are planning, organizing, controlling, staffing, and directing, and controlling as well. Now, when we are saying about accounting, we all know that accounting is the recording of transactions, summarizing of transactions and classifying them in the transactions. Now, if you see management accounting, when we are talking management accounting as a branch of accounting, we are mainly concerned with the functions of management, mainly planning, controlling, and decision making. So what is planning? Planning means to make plans in advance, like what we are going to do in the future. Decision making is how we are going to take decision to get our objectives. What is our objectives in the management? Management's main objective is to earn profit in the future. So for taking any kind of planning, for making the planning successful, we need to do decision making so that our objectives can be achieved in the future. And after planning and deciding what to be done, how to be done, the main important factor which we need to understand is controlling. Now, if there is no controlling, there will be no point of planning or deciding something. Now, how to control? Controlling things have to be decided by the manager. Now, moving on to the what is management accounting. Now, management accounting is the branch of accounting. Branch of accounting means it is a part of accounting. Now, in your previous years, you have already studied about financial management, financial accounting, which is one of the branch of accounting. Next, you have also learned about cost accounting, which is another branch of accounting. Now, we are talking about management accounting. Management accounting is mainly related with three functions of management, that is planning, controlling, and decision making in effective and efficient manner. So moving on to the next slide. So here in this slide they are saying according to American Accounting Association. This is just a definition given by the American Accounting Association. Now what is the association is saying about the management accounting is the application of appropriate techniques and concepts in processing historical and projected economic data of an entity to assist management in establishing plans for reasonable economic objectives and in the making of rational decisions with a view towards these objectives. What are these objectives they are talking about? The objectives are mainly to help the managers to take decisions and to plan and how to control the activities of the business. So this is main definition given by the American Accounting Association. Hope this is understood. Next, moving on to the scope of management. Now, what are the scope of management accounting? First is given as financial accounting. Now, previously, in the previous slides, I have talked about the branches of accounting, right? So branches of accounting, we have talked about financial accounting and cost accounting. Now, what is financial accounting? Financial accounting, as a commerce students, you might be very much aware about what is financial accounting. Now, financial accounting is the recording of transactions in systematic manner, or here in financial accounting, we always take the historical values, which is helping us to make our accounts visible. Next, we are talking about cost accounting. Now, cost accounting, this is also another branch of accounting where we see the various techniques of costing. It is mainly related with the cost which are used in the process of planning and decision making. Now, in cost accounting, there are three elements which I have already discussed. That is your direct material, direct labor, and the indirect expenses. Now, indirect expenses are all the overheads which are there in the organization. The three main elements of cost accountings were direct material, direct labor, and overheads. And overheads are all the indirect expenses related to the organization. Now, when we are talking about this management accounting, it is related with your financial accounting, it is related with your cost accounting. Now, it is also related with forecasting and budgeting. Now, what is forecasting and budgeting? This will be explained in detail in your other units. Now, for the time being, you can just remember what is forecasting. Forecasting is estimating the future, estimating for the future. And budgeting is the process of planning, controlling, and decision making for how you are going to manage your finances for the future. Next scope is tax accounting and tax planning. Tax accounting and tax planning mainly relates with the taxes which is implied in the organization for some kind of futures. Now, tax accounting and tax planning, it will be related with the income tax which the organization have to pay or occur when they are running the business. But tax accounting and tax planning, for tax accounting and tax planning, there are always a kind of provisions which the managements have to take. So this scope is there, but so much in detail it is not required to be done. Just know the meaning of tax accounting and tax planning. Tax planning is to plan how the taxes have to be provided by the management. Next, we are continuing with the scope of management. Next is your internal control and audit. Now, what is internal control and audit? Audit, the word audit means to check or to evaluate whatever the organization is maintaining the accounts. Now, when we say internal control means what is existing in the organization to identify the weaker section of the organization. Now, auditing, whenever we are doing in management auditing, what we are doing in management auditing is, since it is related with the planning, organizing, and controlling of the management and the decision making function of management, there is always a need for controlling all these elements of management. And for this reason, whether the accounts, whether the decision making, whether the planning, whether the controlling are in smooth way, it is running in smooth way. So for this reason, auditing is required. So next scope is cost control procedure. Now, cost control procedures, all these procedures will be discussed in your upcoming videos. It is all related with your inventory control, cost control, budgetary control, variance analysis. So this will be discussed in your other videos. Next is financial analysis and interpretation. Now, financial analysis are techniques such as ratio analysis, fund flow analysis, trend analysis are used to analyze and interpret financial data. Now, this particular financial analysis and interpretation, this is a separate topic which is given in your unit 2. So we'll be discussing this in detail when we are discussing the unit 2. So moving on to the next slide. This is again the continuation of scope of management accounting. Reporting to the management. Now what is this reporting to the management? Whenever the management are maintaining any kind of accounts, it need to be submitted. The report need to be submitted by an accountant to the higher authority. So for this we need to have the report ready to be presented to the organization. Next is office services. Now what is this office services? Office services is related with your administration. Now whenever we are administrating something, it is related with how we are filing our documents, how we are copying our documents, how we are communicating with the people, and nowadays we are using the ICT. So for this reason, data processing and computers are needed to use these documents. The reports should be filed in a soft copy as well as in hard copy. So it depends on the administration which methods they are following for recording the reports and the filing or copying of the informations. Next are your statistical tools. Statistical tools like how you represent, how graphically it is the representation of your management accounting, like tools like graphs, charts, diagrams, which are used for the process of planning, controlling, and decision making. We make use of graphs to show whether our business is earning profits or loss. With the help of charts, we can display the same, and with the help of diagrams also we can show the outcome of the business. So these were all the scopes of management accounting. Next, moving on to the objectives of management accounting. What are the objectives of management accounting? As you can see, first is analysis and interpretation of financial statement. Now, analysis and interpretation of financial statement means whatever financial statements we have made, like the journals, the trading account, the profit and loss account, the balance sheet, everything need to be analyzed properly before submitting to the auditors, and proper interpretation should be done. Next is planning and policy making. So as I have told you, the main objectives of management accounting, it's relate with three functions of management, that is planning, decision making, and controlling. The first, here we are saying that planning and policy making. If there is no policy making, no planning, the management cannot survive. For achieving the objective of any organization or business, planning is the first or foremost important functions which every organization have to make. So planning have to be done in advance before moving on with the other functions. After the planning is fulfilled, next is your decision making. Whenever we are making decision, it is a very crucial point for the management to take decisions. So decision making have to be very, very properly done by the organization, and with the help of management accounting, with the help of previous historical data available to the management, to the organization through the preparation of financial statement, it helps the management, it helps the manager instead to make the decision making. So after the decisions are made, correctly made, it have to be controlled. How it can be controlled? For controlling, the organization members have to depend on the planning, how the planning have gone first. If the planning is not proper, then controlling will be not possible to be done properly. So that's why when we are saying planning, sometimes it is said that planning is forward looking and controlling is backward looking. Now what is planning means forward looking? Planning is forward looking because we always look forward, we make plans for the future. So that's why planning is forward looking, and controlling is backward looking, because when we are trying to control something, we have to look how we have planned our organization and how decisions were made to achieve the objectives of the organization. Now, for controlling, if you are not setting any kind of standard for the organization, it is very difficult to understand whether we have really achieved the goal or not. So whenever we are doing controlling, we are doing our standards, setting our standards to be fixed by the organization, and then comparing those standards with the actual performance. After comparing, if there is any kind of variance means any kind of difference, if it is there, then we can modify it or we can take action so that those differences will not arise in the future. Like for controlling, I'll give you a small example. Now see, in any education, let's say for your class 12 standards, when you are appearing for board exams, there is always a cutoff marks for what is the pass percentage to be. It is one criteria is to be fixed, like 33 marks and above or 33 below is failed. If you are getting 33 marks, then you are passed, and in those subjects which you are not able to fulfill 33 marks, you are failed. So if that criteria is not made by the organization, then you cannot decide whether the students are passed or failed. So for controlling standard means whenever we are trying to know the reason, trying to know whether our planning and decision making are going in smooth order or not, we are able to identify through controlling. Next is coordinating. Coordinating means working together in the organization. If there is no cooperation between the members of the organization, then it is difficult for the people to communicate with each other and to survive in the organization. Next is your communication. Now, communication is very important for any kind of organization. Without communication, and no business can survive, or even the common people, they cannot survive, because communication is a social process and it is required. It is required in every stage. Next is helps. It is helping in evaluating the efficiency and effectiveness of the policies. So whatever the policies or the rules and regulations we made in the organization, it have to be evaluated. Evaluated means to check those policies whether they are efficient and effective. Now, what is efficiency and effectiveness? Efficiency means how much you are able to work within a time period, and effectiveness means when we are trying to do the work properly. Now, these are all the objectives of management accounting: analysis and present interpretation of financial statement, planning and policy making, decision making, controlling, coordinating, and communicating. Helps in evaluating the efficiency and effectiveness of the policies. So these were all the objectives of management accounting. So moving on to the next slide. So these are the manager's responsibilities. Now these are the main responsibilities of the managers for management accounting. That is decision making. Now for this decision making, as I have already told you in the previous slide, that the main functions of management accounting is planning, directing, and controlling. Now what is planning? Planning means to set the goals and the objectives in advance, to see what we are going to achieve in the future. Now directing is overseeing the day-to-day operations. Day-to-day operation means how the management is working in a day-to-day organization. Controlling means evaluating results of operation. Now that previously I have given you the examples of the class 12 standards. So for getting any kind of results, we need to evaluate the operations. Now how can we evaluate? Evaluate means to check. If there is no controlling, then we cannot find out whether our objectives are achieved or not. So when we are talking about planning and controlling, planning is forward looking and controlling is backward looking. Without proper planning, there cannot be proper directing, as well as there cannot be proper controlling. So hope these topics which I have discussed so far, it is clear enough. So let's move on to the next slide. Now this is the decision making. Now when we are talking about decision making is very crucial for any kind of management. So decisions should be good enough to achieve the objectives. Management accounting is mainly related with the decision making process. Now when I'm saying managerial accounting and management accounting, you might be confused, but there is nothing to be confused, because this is managerial accounting and management accounting are used interchangeably. That means it is the same thing. Management accounting and managerial accounting means the same thing. So now for the management team, it determines which among the other possible choices or courses of action will support the company in effectively achieving its objectives. Now in this point, they are saying that management team or the management organization, they have to work together. To support the company's objective, to see that the objectives are achieved with full cooperation. The workers or the staffs of the organization need not think about the individual's objectives, but the workers or the staffs of the organization must think about the objectives of the organization as a whole, because the main objective of management or any business or organization, the main objective is to achieve the goal. And what is the goal of management or any kind of business? The main ultimate aim is to earn the profit. So how to earn the profit, it have to be decided by the management while taking decisions. So decisions have to be good. It have to be with cooperation with the staff members or the organization as a whole. And there should not be any individual objectives or goals, but there should be organization goals. Next are under your unit 1, we have tools and techniques of management accounting. You can see in the slide that the details are given here. That is a financial statement analysis, fund flow analysis, cash flow analysis, budgetary control, standard costing, marginal costing, management reporting, statistical and operation research techniques. Now from these, though I have put, these are all the tools and techniques of management accounting, but for your syllabus, the main tools and techniques you need to learn is, first is your financial statement analysis. Fund flow analysis and cash flow analysis are not there in your syllabus. Budgetary control is there. We need to study the budgetary control, which is given in detail in your other units. Standard costing is another technique which we need to study. Marginal costing we need to study. And management reporting, statistical and operation research techniques are not there in your syllabus, so we are not going to focus on these two topics. What we are going to see in detail in your other units is your financial statement analysis, budgetary control, standard costing, and marginal costing. So all these controls, all these techniques or tools of management accounting will be further studying in our next units. Now, managerial and financial accounting, there are two branches of accounting, as I have already told you. Now, there are certain differences between managerial and financial accounting. Managerial, don't be confused again, managerial accounting is same as the management accounting. Now, when we see the difference between this management accounting and financial accounting, you can see first there are 3 columns. First is your issue. Issue means that the basis of your difference. Then is managerial or management and financial accounting. Now, who are the users? Who are the primary users? As you can see in the issue column first, that is the primary users. Who are the primary users in managerial accounting? It is the internal people or internal users. Internal users means the managers themselves who are working in the organization. Now, who are the under the financial accounting? This is saying external users. What are external users? Whenever we are making financial accounting, we always make certain kind of accounts. Now, what kind of accounts we make? We first start with start with journals, ledgers, trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Now, this balance sheet, when we are preparing, it's not that only the organization is looking that statement. It is given, it is shown to all the interested parties, whoever are interested to know the condition of the business. Now, who can be the interested parties of the organization? Like suppliers, the creditors, the governments, shareholders. So these are all the interested parties who want to know, or the general public also, who want to know the financial condition of the business. But for the managerial or managerial accounting or management accounting, it is the internal users. Internal users means within the organization, they try to know the working of the organization. Now, next step of difference is purpose of information. Now, what is the purpose of information? Purpose of information for managerial accounting is plan, direct, control, and decide. So, function, as again it the same thing is coming, like planning, controlling, directing, and deciding. So these are the main functions of the management accounting. Now, under the financial accounting, if you see, we are users make investing and lending decisions. Now, in financial accounting, you have always heard about debtors and creditors. Debtors are those who borrow the monies, and creditors who are lending money. So in financial accounting, the purpose of information which are given is mainly for investing and carrying out the business, and borrowing and lending decisions are made. Next point of difference is primary accounting product. Primary accounting products are internal reports useful to management. Since it is internal users, since in the management accounting all the users are internal, that means within the organization they try to see the reports. So for the management, internal reports are useful to the management. But in financial accounting, as I have already said, that it is prepared not only for the organization but for all other interested parties. So this is known as your general purpose. General because all other outside parties are involved in knowing the financial condition of the business. Now, next topic of difference is what is included. Now, what is included in managerial accounting? In managerial accounting, it is defined. What have to be included in the management? It is defined by the management only. And what will be defined by the management? It will be defined the planning, directing, controlling. So you should not forget the main three functions of management accounting is planning, directing, controlling, and deciding. So it is all decided by the management itself. Next is in the financial, what is included, it is given as determined by GAAP. Now, I hope you all know what is the full form of GAAP, that is generally accepted accounting principles. Now, determined by GAAP, so all the principles, whatever the principles are there in your financial accounting, it have to be followed by the accountant while preparing the financial accounting. So, when we are talking about this difference, managerial accounting, it is defined by the management, and in financial accounting, it is determined by the GAAP. GAAP, I repeat again, that is generally accepted accounting principles. Next is your underlying basis of information. What are the bases of information in management accounting? Is internal and external transaction focus on future. Why we are talking about focus on future? Because we are deciding on the planning, controlling, and directing of the internal organization, which we have to focus for the future. Now, under the financial accounting, it is based on historical transaction with external parties. Now, what is historical transaction? If you see, historical transactions we are talking about, let's say here, whenever we are taking the recording of the transaction, we always take the historical value. How we take the historical value? Because this financial accounting is mainly for one accounting period, and one accounting period, it is beginning from 1st of April of one year and end on the 31st March of the next year. So whatever materials or whatever assets we buy or we purchase within that accounting period, there is always the current values of the assets are taken. Now, if we say about these external parties, now what is this external parties? External parties, I have already told you about that. That is your government, the suppliers, the creditors who are interested to know about the financial condition of the business. Now, let me make it clear for you what is this historical transaction again. Now, let's say in this year, in this 2020 September, you have bought one furniture. Furniture is a fixed asset. So the price of the fixed asset is, let's say, furniture is 20,000. Now, when you are recording this 20,000, you are recording this according to the price which is available now. That is 20,000. Now, let's say after 1 year, that is in 2021, the furniture price is increased to 25,000. So you are not going to include that 25,000 in your accounts. You are going to display you are going to show the amount which you have actually bought it in the year of 2020. So this is that's why when we are saying historical transactions which you have already put up in the transaction, put up in the recordings, it is based on your current amounts, not in the market value of the futures. So hope these differences are clear to you. So next, move on to the next slide. So there are certain advantages of management accounting and disadvantages of accounting, so which we'll be discussing in our later slides. So for disadvantages and management accounting, as this is not in your syllabus, you can just go through this, but still I'll just explain to you in brief all these terms. Now, what is this planning? Planning is, you already know, that is your planning for the future, planning in advance what you are going to do in the future. Controlling means whatever you have planned, whether you have achieved the objective according to what you have planned. Coordination means whether you are coordinating or cooperating with your staff members, your colleagues. Next is your performance evaluation. Performance evaluation means whenever you are given certain kind of task, whether it is checked again and again to know whether you are performing well or not. Organizing. Now, organizing is how the departments in the organizations are structured in the organization. Let's say like planning department, sales department, finance department. There may be various types of departments which are available in the organization. So how you are organizing those departments in a proper manner, you have to decide. Next is motivating. Motivating means to work. Motivating means how the employees or how the staffs are going to be motivated to work properly in the organization, influencing the people for working for the objective of the organization. Communicating means to communicate with each other for the survival of the organization, because without communication nothing can exist. Your last is a decision making. As I have told you, this is a crucial element which the management have to make. If there is any fault in decision making, there might be problem in achieving the objectives. Next are your limitations of management accounting. Now, limitations of management accounting means disadvantages or demerits which are not good for the management of accounting, which are not which are the drawbacks of the management accounting. So what are the drawbacks of the management accounting? Reliance on accounting data. Now, what is reliance on accounting data? As I have told you that in management accounting we are having two parts, that is management and accounting. Whenever we are taking this management accounting as a whole, we are talking about only the planning, controlling and decision making part, function of management. And without the help of the financial accounting, without any kind of information which are provided in financial accounting, we cannot make any kind of plans. We cannot decide, the managers cannot decide what they have to achieve in the future. That is the limitation. That means without the help of the financial accounting, management accounting cannot function. Now, based on historical data, again, why it is historical data? Because financial accounting is made in historical data. Highly expensive. It is highly expensive because we have to put so much effort in running the business. Informations have to be gathered from the financial accounting. Then we need to plan. If the one plan is not working fine, then we have to go to the other plan. So cost might be including much. Complicated application in a sense that the decisions of the managers are very crucial. If one step wrong thing they make, then the whole organization objectives will be damaged. Lack of objectivity. Now, what is this lack of objectivity? Means sometimes without the help of the financial accounting, the objective cannot be set properly. So if you don't have a proper accurate data of what you have to achieve in the organization in the long run, then the objective is lost. So this is what is lack of objectivity means. Next are all these, again, another limitations of financial accounting is there. What are these? We'll just read out. So it doesn't provide timely information, ignores important non-monetary information, it doesn't provide detailed analysis, it does not disclose the present value of the business, it leads to window dressing. So if you have liked this video, please kindly share it, like it and subscribe. Thank you.